and welcome to 32 Tuesday for Tuesday, February the 24th. Yes, I know I'm laughing because it's what I do. So many things here are unscripted, including the thoughts that I have right before we start recording, such as today's my sister's birthday.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Boneapart's sister.
Happy birthday, Boneapart sister.
What shall we call her?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's call her, what is something bone adjacent?
That's, well, there's femur.
Femur. What is wrong with you?
It's so much.
We can call her Tibia.
Tibia's good. Happy birthday, Tibia.
Happy birthday, Tibia. Many happy returns of the day.
So if you are listening, thank you, and I'm sorry all at once. You have found us here at 32 Tuesday. I am your host, Boneapart, and with me is your hostess, Yulia.
Hello.
And so I'm all over the place right now, and I don't apologize for it, 'cause it's how my brain works. Today in history is how we've been starting off our episodes this year, and today in history, my sister was born.
Stop it. Is that what we're going with?
Well, I'm done with that for right now.
Okay.
But I have been thinking that it would be really neat to, expand on Today in History. And, granted, we have the Today in History song, but I think I also might find some other things that have happened that day, that year, that we play the song from.
So like putting some cultural context around the stuff that we're hearing.
Yes, exactly.
I like that.
Yes, so stay tuned for that next week, which will be our first episode in March.
Yeah, we can talk about some of the things that were going on during the time and date du jour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the way my mind works.
Welcome.
Yeah. So, we are going to start. I actually chose this song on purpose once I discovered that it was Today in History.
Okay.
I believe I've played this song before, but 3 years ago.
Was that before Yulia or?
It was before you.
Okay.
Yes, it was. And it is named You Ain't Heard Nothing Yet.
Which is different.
It is.
From baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But that was why I chose this song, was because of the similarity to it.
Okay.
Yes. Fun fact. I know I've told you this, but I haven't told our listeners this. They may or may not know. Randy Bachman did that stutter specifically to taunt one of his brothers that stuttered.
What a dick.
But it got him a #1 hit.
Listen, you can't hear that song and not sing it that way.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it would be as good.
Well, yeah, it would just be out of tune, out of beat.
It wouldn't sound right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like my generation.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Others, it just becomes somebody with a troubadour on the street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, You Ain't Heard Nothing Yet was recorded by the All-Star Trio, February 24, 1920.
Okay.
The All-Star Trio is actually one of my favorite bands back in the day. They were a trio. There was George Hamilton Green, Victor Arden, and F. Wheeler Wadsworth, and they played respectively xylophone, piano, and saxophone.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay.
Yes. Now, sometimes instead of saxophone, they had a different fellow who would play a different instrument.
Okay.
So it wasn't the three of them throughout their history. It was the two of them with a third rotator.
And they'd have like a ringer come in to do whatever instrumentation they needed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are some really neat pictures of them on tour.
Cool.
Yeah, they would travel around in a car, pack their instruments, Well, actually, they wouldn't pack the piano so much up in a car, but the saxophone and the xylophone definitely. Now, George Hamilton Green himself, being a xylophonist, was called, at the time, the world's greatest xylophonist.
Aha.
In fact, yes. And he was called that at the age of 11. And by 19, he was proclaimed as the fastest, most artistic, and most wonderful xylophonist and soloist in this country and abroad.
I have a great deal of respect for xylophonists, because the really, really good ones usually have more than one mallet in each hand.
Yeah,
If you've ever watched them,
Yeah.
Or I mean, I've seen more than that too. But yeah, you'll see often like particularly drum corps. If you've ever watched drum corps, the drum corps DCA, Drum Corps Association, it's a pretty modern thing, but drum corps have been around for a long time. They're basically like marching bands on steroids.
Okay.
It's just percussion, brass, and auxiliary, like color guard and things like that. But as far as instrumentation goes, it's just percussion and brass. And the folks in the pit that don't march, that are playing the things like timpani and I've seen them wheel timpani out on a football field.
Right.
In the pit for these things, and chimes and things like that. But frequently you'll see like a vibraphone, a xylophone, at least, a handful of them. And everybody, like on these xylophones, you will see sometimes they're manned by two people, and each of those people have like two mallets in each hand.
Wow.
Sometimes
That's
they'll have
crazy.
3 mallets in one hand. It's crazy. But yeah, it's a skill. So I'm excited to hear this.
Oh, good. Yeah, I love these guys. Every time I come across, they're like Six Brown Brothers. They're just one of my favorite bands from that time.
Yeah. Are these were they vaudeville guys or?
No, they weren't. They were musicians. They were touring musicians. They would tour music halls.
Vaudeville had musicians too.
This is true. I do not think that they were necessarily vaudeville. I believe they went to dance halls specifically to play dance music to a younger crowd.
Oh, for them to actually dance to.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, interestingly, to continue on about George Green, he was one of the first sound music crew members for the early Walt Disney cartoons.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so he knew his stuff.
Yeah, he kind of grew up alongside the recording industry, so he developed a know-how of the technical aspect of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good song. I think you'll enjoy it.
I don't doubt it.
And after this, you will have heard it.
Ha! what was the name of that xylophonist?
George Hamilton Green.
George Hamilton Green. Okay, so cute tune.
Yes.
There were definitely 4 people playing.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah. But there were 4 people play. So there was definitely an alto sax, the xylophonist, and the pianist. But I heard a bari sax in there as well.
That's very possible. Yeah.
I think that they probably did that to fill out some of the inner voices so that it didn't sound so thin.
Well, that makes sense because, this song is a couple degrees away from a fantastic moment in cinema history. The song itself was written by Gus Kahn, B.G. De Silva, and one Al Jolson for the 1918 Broadway show Sinbad.
Okay.
So they probably threw in that extra instrument to fill in the voice.
Yeah.
And the reason that it's a couple of degrees away from a very, very interesting moment is the phrase, "you ain't heard nothing yet," was the phrase that Al Jolson ad-libbed in The Jazz Singer in 1927.
Okay.
Which is arguably the moment that launched the sound film era.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of,
Yeah. Oh,
a little bit of history.
nice.
A little bit of phone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cool. Good pick.
Yeah, thank you.
Liked it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all their songs are good. I really like them all.
Yeah. And I could totally see somebody doing a little foxtrot to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you know what would help them with the foxtrot?
What's that?
Getting caffeinated up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get jazzed up on caffeine and,
Yes.
and go out there and dance till your feet fall off.
Yes, exactly. And we've got just the thing.
Absolutely.
We do.
Got you covered.
We do. It is skeleton brew coffee. And in particular, the one that you want if you really want to get yourself jazzed up is Bone Rattler.
It's been a minute since I've had the Bone Rattler.
It has.
I think the last time I had the Bone Rattler was when we were working on a show.
Yeah.
And we were doing late nights, and it was tough. It was hard.
Yeah.
We were working on a stage show, and we were on the crew. A lot of work. That show was a lot of work.
It was. It was a lot of fun though. That was the show that we met.
Yeah. A lot of moving parts.
Yes.
And that was when I first came to know Skeleton Brew Coffee. And yeah, the Bone Rattler was employed liberally.
Yes.
That week.
Yes. Now, legally, I'm not allowed to make certain claims. And I had to actually update the label for this to remove the claim that I was making. But I am allowed to say it has extra robusta in it.
Extra robusta.
Which is a type of bean. But what it really means is it's got about double the caffeine as normal.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it will jazz you up.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you're burning the midnight oil, if you're studying for the bar exam, if you're working the late night shift, if you gotta just drive that extra couple of miles and you need to just get there so you can get your head laid down on your pillow, right, we recommend the Bone Rattler.
Absolutely.
We've got other roasts available too for whatever your pleasure is. We've got some flavored coffees, but we also have some just regular old roasts.
Yeah.
We've got every taste that you can imagine, whatever your preference is. And we also, we've got our regular blends and roasts that we have on all the time, but we also do seasonal blends and roasts as well.
We do.
To celebrate the impending spring, which, again, we got some snow, which I'm very grumpy about. Thankfully, it's melting. And I do see little things poking up through the actual snow. So that's really nice. Hard to believe spring's going to be here, but it will. And that is Ostara's promise. And so in that vein, we have an Ostara roast.
We have an Ostara tea.
We have an Ostara tea.
Yes.
Don't we have
We have both.
See, now that's why I got confused.
Yes, we have a coffee and a tea up there.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
Yes, I haven't tried the tea.
The tea is on the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And Ostara is, of course, the spring equinox.
It is.
Where we switch from having shorter days and longer nights to longer days and shorter nights.
Exactly.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, and just as, if not more importantly, that's when we really begin to see life come back.
Yeah.
Yes, and our coffee roast and our tea both celebrate that. The coffee roast, it's a lighter roast. It's a little fruity in flavor. It's got some citrus behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the tea is a jasmine tea.
I can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
I like floral tasting teas, like hibiscus tea and jasmine tea.
Yes, it is a green tea with jasmine blossoms in it.
Oh, okay. So it's not an herbal tea.
Correct. It is not. It's got caffeine in it.
Yeah, if you're looking for an herbal tea, this ain't it. So sorry about that. But yeah, we do enjoy our caffeine.
Yes. Yes, we do.
So yeah, we've got the skeletonbrew.coffee is where you can find that. And $1 of every bag or item or whatever you purchase on skeletonbrew.coffee, we will donate. What are we donating to?
Oh, no.
It's XPN.
It's WXPN.
Yes, WXPN is a local radio station. It's run out of the University of Pennsylvania, but it is public media. It is funded almost entirely. In fact, they're doing a drive right now for people to member up, for people to donate. The vast majority of their funding comes from just regular people like Boneapart, me, and you all out there. We are sustaining members, and we're very proud to say that we're sustaining members. It is probably the favorite radio station of the podcast.
Yes, it is.
We listen literally every day.
Yes.
And we want to be able to give back to them because they give back to us so much.
They do. They provide so many good services to so many musicians. They have played musicians that I've been introduced to from them, and I've ended up loving so much I've actually bought vinyl records for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they're not beholden to anybody. They can play what they want. So if there is a local musician that they want to spotlight on any particular month, which they do quite frequently. They like to promote local musicians. There are indie groups and independent musicians and all kinds of people, new discoveries. Every day when I listen to XPN, I hear something new.
Yes, and they actually say that as a point of pride, that their music is curated. It's not part of an algorithm.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. It's actual people picking this music out and doing their programming.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we love it. That's one of the reasons why we love it. So just know that when you are buying a bag of Skeleton Brew coffee, or if you are buying tea, or if you are buying any of our merch, you're not only supporting the podcast, but you are supporting the independent people who are harvesting the coffee, the independent people who are roasting the coffee, which is, by the way, roasted on demand when you buy it.
Yes.
Which is pretty fantastic. You're helping support this podcast, you're helping support public media, and you're getting a damn good cup of coffee. I cannot think of coffee with a better conscience. And exactly. I don't want to sound like I don't want to toot our own horn, but toot toot.
Toot toot.
That's what I'm doing, because it's a good thing that we're doing.
Right. Can you imagine if Starbucks sent 50 cents from every cup of coffee sold to something like that instead of going to buying a yacht?
Right.
You know, it would be a very different world.
Yeah. We're not paying off the house with our coffee proceeds. We're literally just using. We probably make the least amount of profit from our coffee sales.
Exactly. Everyone else is making more than we are.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're using it to pay for our hosting fees and all that jazz.
Exactly.
We also have our NoKings.coffee. We are not affiliated with the No Kings website, but we do like what they're doing because we are all about the No Kings here.
Yep.
And you can buy one of our 3 No Kings roasts, whereupon $2 from each bag goes to support the movement.
Exactly.
It's Liberté, Égalité, and Fraternité.
Yes.
And my favorite, as I say every week, is the Liberté. It's the French roast, which is very appropriate.
Yeah, it is.
We also have some stuff on the NoKings.coffee website. We have some merch featuring our
fascist biting cat.
Our fascist biting cat.
Yes.
Woody Guthrie's guitar was a machine that killed fascists.
Yes.
We have a cat that bites fascists.
Exactly.
Yeah. You'll get to you can see him there.
Yes.
You can pick up a magnetic with our little hero on there.
Yeah, with proudly saying, "This cat bites fascists."
Mm-hmm. You can buy mugs we've got there. Is that all we have so far?
And we have some fridge magnets now, too.
Oh, fridge magnets.
Yes.
Yay. Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead on over to nokings.coffee as well and see what we have there. We have something for everybody, every taste, collector. So yeah, go ahead and check us out, skeletonbrew.coffee or nokings.coffee.
And just to follow up on the No Kings 3 lines of coffee, that's what our theme has been this last few weeks. We've done Liberté, we've done Fraternité, and this week's theme is Égalité.
Égalité.
Yes, I know I did not do those in order, but I did them in an order, which may have been incorrect, but it was still in order.
Order. So regale us, what does Égalité mean?
Well, Égalité is simply the equality of people.
Kinda.
Well, please go on.
It's more like equity. Egalitarian. So we talk about equality.
There is a fine distinction, yes.
There is a fine distinction between equality and equity.
Yes.
And I will talk about that because it's important to me.
It is, yes.
So let's say you have somebody that's 6 feet tall, somebody that's 4 feet tall, and somebody that uses a wheelchair. You give them each, you treat them all equally, and you give them each a 2-foot step stool so they can see over a 7-foot wall. Got it?
Right.
7-foot wall. You got a 6-foot tall person, a 4-foot tall person, and somebody that uses a wheelchair. If you give each of them a 2-foot step stool and say, here you go, equal treatment, the 6-foot tall person will be able to see over the fence just fine. The 4-foot tall person is going to struggle, and the person in the wheelchair is not going to be able to use that stool at all.
Correct.
That's equality. Equity would be giving the 6-foot tall guy the 2-foot step stool. The 4-foot guy, what is the math? A 4-foot step stool. Yeah. And the person who uses the wheelchair, provide them a completely different way to see over the wall.
A ramp.
Something.
Yes.
That's equity.
That's fair.
Yeah. And so when we talk about equality versus equity, yes, we want everybody to have an equal shot at something, but having an equal opportunity does not necessarily mean that we treat everybody with equality. Equity brings about equality, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. I mean, it is a fine distinction. I occasionally have some difficulties identifying the distinction, but you're absolutely right. When it comes to schooling, I mean, if everyone goes to the same school, that's definitely equality. But if there are certain kids that are bused for an hour and a half, you begin to run into equity issues. As an example.
Right. So where the French technically does mean equality, it's more than that.
Right, the nuance is more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we have 2 more songs around the theme of Égalité. And I did choose these. They were difficult to find because I wanted something that fit the theme and wasn't just, hippie hoorah, everyone's okay. Because as we know, the United States was founded itself on, one of its founding principles was equality. But ask any of the African Americans who are here, or the Indians who we displaced, the Native Americans that we displaced, are they being treated equally? And I think you'll get a very different answer than if you asked the white farmer, just outside of Boston.
Yeah, it's thorny.
It is. So I had some difficulties with this. Yankee Doodle was a song that came to mind, which would have fit for everyone who's white.
Would it?
I believe so.
Wasn't Yankee Doodle meant to mock, and then the Americans co-opted it?
There is a lot of that. Just bear with me.
Okay. Sorry.
There were songs along that ilk that I was like, no, it's celebrating, what was there at the time, which is kind of what we do. We look at things through our lens and at the lens of 100 years ago.
Yeah.
But I really wanted a very focused lens. So the first song that I found is a song called "Lift Every Voice and Sing."
Oh my goodness. Yes, I
Yes.
know it well.
Okay, awesome. This one is performed by the Manhattan Harmony 4.
Okay.
Okay, they were a black group. There was 4 of them. And this was recorded on Black Swan Records, which was a Harlem-based label founded in 1921 by Harry Pace. And it was the first widely distributed record label that was owned, operated, and marketed to African Americans.
Amazing.
Yes. And that was part of the reason for choosing this particular song.
Well, and it fits too because, we are doing we are in the middle of Black History Month.
Yes.
We're almost at the end of Black History Month.
Yes.
And Lift Every Voice and Sing became the sort of like the African American national anthem.
Yes, exactly.
When I was a music teacher, I used to teach it in my school. And somebody tried to get me in trouble for it. And I was like, you don't know who you're messing with. But yeah, it's a very stirring, it's actually a hymn. You'll find it in a lot of hymn books. You'll find it in a lot of, I know for a fact it's in the Baptist hymnal that I've got sitting over there on the piano. It's got like a zillion verses. It can be a really long song if you want it to be.
Right.
But it's very stirring. It's very moving. It's encouraging. It's a song of hope. I'm glad. I'm actually surprised as to the age. I didn't realize it was as old as it is.
The notes that I have say that James Weldon Johnson wrote it in 1900.
I should have known that, and I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, it goes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear it because the more modern recordings of it and interpretations of it have a very gospel feel to them.
Okay.
So I will be interested to hear how this sounds.
Okay, well, let's get to it.
Okay.
Lift every voice and sing.
With the harmonies of the day.
love it.
I thought that was really well done.
I hope you put the words on the
On
website.
the show notes.
Yes, please. Yeah, because they're a little bit hard to understand, and it really is such a powerful song. And I was thinking about it, and this is on the heels of Reconstruction.
Yes.
It was during Reconstruction, I guess, right?
Well, I mean, written in 1900.
It was like on the heels of
Reconstruction.
Exactly. And things were super tough for people of color in this country. Always. But especially immediately after the Civil War and in the years that followed. And I think of things like Black Wall Street, and I think of all of the ways in which the systemic racism and inequality, it was baked in, and it still is.
It still is.
And hearing the song performed in that way, I mean, it's a great song anyway, but knowing the context within which it was sung for a Black recording company by Black people for Black people, so meaningful. And the recordings that I've heard the more modern recordings, I said, had a more gospel feel to it.
Right.
This one sounded more, it was free. Like it wasn't, it's actually written in 12/8. It's either 6/8 or 12/8, which is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you heard little bits of that in there, but it was sort of free.
Right.
There wasn't really you couldn't get up and like march to it, because there were stops and starts and I liked it because it kind of gave you a chance to digest what was being said and sung. And
I suspect that this was how the composer originally intended it. And I say that because James Johnson himself, the writer of the song, served on the board of directors of Black Swan Music at this time.
Okay.
So he was involved not only in the writing of the song, but he would have been involved in the recording of it as well.
Oh yeah. So he probably wanted to make sure it was just exactly the way he wanted it.
Exactly.
And what he was trying to do with it and what he was trying to say with it.
Precisely.
And who he was trying to reach with it.
Yeah.
Brilliant choice.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, this was really good. I really appreciated listening to that.
Yeah, it was a nice one. It was. And it has some emotion behind it. As a good song should.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If a really good rendition of that song will move you to tears.
Right.
Promise you.
And fitting also, as you had mentioned, for Black History Month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We know, Yulia and I know that, we do mouth off quite a bit. And there's a good reason for it. It's because some things deserve to be mouthed off at.
I feel like mouthing off is my default.
Sarcasm is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I'm trying to segue here, and we're unscripted. That's my segue.
Cool.
Yeah. One of the things that we like to do, and I say we here at Blind Skeleton, and it's Yulia and I, one of the things that we like to do is, chart the course of human history. Where have we come as a people from if we look at year zero being 1776 here in the U.S., how far have we come as a nation, as a country, and how far have we slipped backwards, and, history moving forward is as much of a spiral as it is going backwards.
Well, it's not linear by any stretch.
Correct.
It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or vice versa in some cases. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so as much as we really do enjoy vintage media and vintage entertainment, one of the things that we also are impassioned about on a daily basis is social justice, such as, being able to talk about a song like this and its importance in history and its importance now.
Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons why we do this podcast, is that the arts really capture the zeitgeist from which they came. These recordings, they're literal history, right? They were it's like, it's not unlike listening to the protest songs from the 1960s, which we often,
Exactly.
look to as, there was so much going on in the 60s.
Yeah.
And, people were fired up about it, and people had
Right.
a lot to say about it. And a lot of times words by themselves were not going to do it.
Right.
So this is when the artists come in. They take the pictures, they paint the paintings, they write the music, they sing, they write plays, they write books, they make films. And that's part of why we do what we do. A lot of the same things over the course of human history. The things that were important to them are just as important to the people of today, I think.
I think absolutely. Yeah.
And that's a constant that has not changed.
Right.
Everybody wants just to live freely and breathe freely, and to not be harassed and harangued, and to be able to express themselves.
Yeah. And live the way they want to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that, for more on any of that, go check us out at both blindskeleton.one and honestly also at nokings.coffee, where we're not just selling coffee, but we're adding new blog articles about such things.
Yeah.
It's what we're using to kind of to fuel protest music, is selling some coffee to go along with it.
Yeah, yeah. On our nokings.coffee website, you'll find we're constantly looking for ways to resist, because resistance doesn't have to be big,
Right.
to be effective. Resistance doesn't have to be a huge grand gesture. Resistance can be just deciding every day, not through me.
Correct.
In little ways,
Yeah.
like canceling your Amazon account, or choosing to buy your food from independent people. There's little things that we can do consistently over the course of time that will change the tide. I promise
Exactly.
you. I promise you.
And it can be, granted, not everybody can, make a change in how they approach their lives financially, because buying from independent grocers can be a little more expensive, and Amazon is cheap. So that might not be feasible for everyone, but there are other things, such as holding a door open, or offering somebody else your seat on the bus.
Or if you can spare it, give a couple bucks to a good cause.
Right.
Like toss $5 in a, and I think of the, at the diner we go to.
Right.
They usually have a little, clear plastic box there where you can donate money to, whatever they're trying to support. Toss a couple bucks in. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Helping your neighbors out, mowing your neighbor's lawn, checking in on your elderly neighbors, keeping an eye on other people's kids.
Right. It does take a village.
It does take a village. Whenever I see the kids outside, I always kind of keep an eye out.
Right.
Just to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody's in trouble.
Right.
It's little things like that, because it starts in your own backyard. It starts locally. And when you start locally and you make a difference in your community, it does spread. It does spread.
It does. Yeah.
Hate spreads, but love spreads faster.
It does. That's exactly what Bad Bunny said.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you can go to nokings.coffee for some helpful ways to take a stand, some suggestions, some websites there. You can go to blindskeleton.one and you can check out what we're up to in terms of our exploration of vintage entertainment through the lens of today and with an eye toward the future.
Exactly.
We've got all kind of neat things coming up. We were just at the Colonial Theater, which was a blast, by the way. We had such a good time. They rechristened the 1903 theater to the 1902 theater.
Yes.
Because they found some historical records that indicated that the theater opened a whole year earlier than they thought.
Right.
And the great thing about when you do history well is that you can correct yourself.
Exactly.
And there's no shame in that. And that's
Right.
that's what I loved about listening to the gal who did the lecture. Her name is escaping me, but she said that she wanted to correct it. She said, I've been telling everybody it's 1903. It's 1903. And she's like, I found different information and I'm desperate to correct it now. And we should all be doing that. If we find better history, more information, we should all be willing to say, you know what, I was wrong.
I mean, either wrong or just there's new information that is now changing things.
Right.
Right.
And there's a lot of people right now who are very actively engaged in not exploring our history.
Correct. Yes.
So there's a lot of people who want to write, who want to go back to the history that we were taught 40 years ago in school.
Yeah, Columbus was a savior, and
Yeah. And once we knew better, when you know better, you do better, right? And so over the course of years, we've heard more people. The great thing about the internet, I mean, it's hard to imagine anything great about the internet these days, but the great thing about the internet is that it's given everybody a microphone.
Yes.
And we've heard now from diverse voices, different history to what we were taught. And it's like, when you know better, you can do better. Now we know that a lot of our history here has been whitewashed. Now we know that racism is kind of baked into everything that we're doing. Now we know that it's systemic and the tendrils of it go so deeply into the fabric of, I mean, I know American society, but probably it's probably much bigger than that, because
definitely. Yeah.
For a time, the entire world economy ran on slavery for a really long time.
A very long time.
Probably for a good 300 years.
Oh, at least.
Starting in 1400-ish, and all the way through the Renaissance. People were trading slaves all the way up into the 1800s. Yeah. So it's I mean, there were countries had abolished it, but the U.S. is one of the last people to abolish it. So I'm kind of speaking circularly, and I'm sorry, I'm off on a tear, and you can tell me to shut up. But that's why studying historical entertainment and enjoying historical entertainment and understanding the context from where it came is so important, because it helps us understand better.
Yes.
And when you have more information, you can proceed accordingly. And we were at the Colonial. I promise you, I'm getting there. Of course, we had weather yesterday, and they were going to screen the silent Within Our Gates later on in the day. But of course, the snow scuppered that. So they're rescheduling it.
Yes.
And I'm excited, because that means that we might actually be able to go up to the Colonial and see it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, a live watch party, which we are going to do. We do have a little cinema. We have the Blind Skeleton Cinema on our website, which is kind of neat. And we're going to do a live watch party through there. And we want to, and again, we're going to surround it with a bunch of context. We're talking about possibly screening Birth of a Nation, which is tough.
It is.
Because it's gross.
It is.
And it's shameful. So we want to put a lot of context around that and why we're screening it. But Within Our Gates, I'm excited about. I actually just watched a great documentary on Oscar Michaud, who was the guy he was a black filmmaker who literally was just making it up as he was going along. Right. And such admiration, because he figured it out. He was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out. Yeah. And he learned. It was hands-on DIY. I'm just going to do it. Right. And he paved the way for black filmmakers. And
yeah, that's awesome.
It's streaming on TCM right now, I hope. You should go check it out. It's a documentary on Oscar Michaud. But anyway, we've got a lot of exciting things going on, and the best way to find out about that is to go to blindskeleton.one, and you can sign up for our newsletter. And while you're at it, you can get a free sample of our coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If you sign up for our newsletter, no strings attached. We do not sell your information because we're not jerks. Sign up for our newsletter. You can keep abreast of all of the things that we are doing. Maybe you want to come to Phoenixville and hang out with us. We'd love to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I really ran away with that.
No, that's fine. That's good. That's why we have this show.
Yeah, but who wants to listen to me flapping my yap?
All of our 9 listeners do.
Hi, guys.
So we're going to move on to our third song, where we did just play let's call it the National Negro Anthem.
Oh, well, let's not use that word.
Well, that's what my notes have.
I know.
Yeah.
It's out of fashion now.
It is.
It was at the time. That was the term.
Yes.
But and let's just preface that with that.
Exactly.
And we'll leave that.
Yes. We are moving from that to the world's most internationally recognized anthem of working class solidarity.
Wait, say that again one more time.
The world's most internationally recognized anthem of working class solidarity. How's that for a tagline?
Can you smell the smoke? I'm trying to think of what it might be. Oh, he's smiling.
Now I'm going to taunt her.
You should see his little face.
I'm not going to taunt her. It is the Internationale.
The Internationale.
Or La Internationale, depending on...
La Internationale?
Yeah, that's
oh,
it.
En français?
That's it.
Ah.
However, we're going to go really, really international for this one. This is performed by Emile, and you're going to correct me, Van Bosch.
Emile, E-M-I-L-E.
Yes.
Van Bosch.
Yes. V-A-N.
Van.
B-O-S-C-H.
Oh, Van Bosch.
Yes.
Well, he's not French.
No. He was...
Dutch.
He was Belgian. Yeah, settled in the
Same.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then went to Berlin to record this song in Dutch.
Wait.
Yes. Wrap your head around that.
He recorded it in Dutch?
Yes. We're going to listen to a Dutch recording on a German label.
Dutch language recording, German label, sung by a Belgian dude.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Do we have a translation?
We can put one up. It's a very famous song that we can get.
You keep saying that, and I don't think I've heard of it.
I have. So that surprises me that you won't. Maybe I'm just bastardizing the name. Maybe once you hear it, you'll be like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've played this 29 times
Stop
already.
it. Who wrote it?
Where are my notes? French poet Eugène Poitiers.
Eugène Poitiers.
Yes.
Okay. And when was this sung, please?
It was recorded in 1925. It's one of our newest songs. Mm-hmm. But it was written in 1871 in the immediate aftermath of the Paris Commune.
Huh. Okay. You have my attention. I'm intrigued.
Okay. Well, let's get right to it.
Anderen wil te leven, broeders voor het overlijden.
So I'm going to read, there are a lot of verses in this song. I'm going to read you the first one in the chorus.
Okay.
As translated into English.
Okay.
Arise, wretched of the earth. Arise, convicts of hunger. Reason thunders in its crater. This is the eruption of the end of the past. Let us wipe the slate clean. Slave masses, arise, arise. The world is about to change its foundation. We are nothing. Let us be everything. And then the chorus is, this is the final struggle. Let us gather together, and tomorrow the Internationale will be the human race.
That's beautiful.
It is. It's very much a protest song.
Yeah. Two things. Number one, I speak Dutch, and I didn't understand a word of what he was singing. But I'm going to go ahead and blame the recording on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Secondly, I think I owe you a beer because you knew it and I didn't. Honest to hand to God, that's the first time I've heard that song.
I am surprised.
Yeah. Did you hear it in French before?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe that's a Canadian thing.
Maybe, but I have heard the song before.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, never heard of it before today. So I do believe I owe you a beer.
I will take you up on that.
Okay. Yeah, that is actually that English translation is beautiful. I really like that sentiment. It's true. Égalité. It's the human race is an international race.
I could see that inscribed at the base of the Statue of Liberty, quite frankly.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. That's so good. Will you put that on the website too,
Definitely,
please?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or on the show notes or whatever the hell you put that stuff.
No, I might actually broadcast this in many places because I like it.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good. I like it.
Okay. And I think that's a very fitting way to bring our show to a close this week.
I agree. Yes. Yeah, we had a lot to say this week, and a lot of it was coming from me, and I'm sorry about that. I kind of grabbed the mic and ran.
That's why you have a mic.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, that was fun. I liked that. I like... Obviously, I love what we've been doing here.
Yeah.
And it gets me fired up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope it gets a couple of you out there fired up as well. If not, to go out and bite a Nazi, please don't bite a Nazi. You have not been vaccinated for rabies. Let our cat do that. But feel free to go out and punch a Nazi in the face if you want to.
Yeah.
Or if that's not your thing, just make the world a better place a little bit at a time.
Listen, one of the best things you can do is be an observer.
Yes.
And document what you're seeing. We live in a time now where you can do that.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, Big Brother lives in our pockets.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And we might as well use it for good. And at this point, I think that one of the most powerful things we can do is when we see something, we document it. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people out there who will tell you to not believe the evidence of your eyes and your ears.
And we have seen that in this regime.
Yeah, we've seen it. And every time it's like, no.
Right.
We have incontrovertible evidence. You can suck it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think one of the best things we can do is if protesting is not your thing, be an observer.
Yep.
Be an observer. Document it. Write about it. Take pictures. Take video. Do what you can to support other people. If you see bad stuff going down, stay safe.
Yeah.
But document it. For God's sake, document it. Because otherwise we wouldn't have known what happened to Renee Good. We would not have known what had happened to Alex Preddy. We would not know what has happened. We would not have known what happened to George Floyd if somebody hadn't been there recording it.
Right. We would have had to have trusted the lies that came out from those in power.
Yeah. So that's something to think about.
Yeah. And on that note, we do want to end positively.
Yes.
Yes. Have a great week. Do what you can. Be happy. Be good. Do your best. I think that's what I want to say is do your best each and every day.
Your best. And also remember that joy is subversive.
Joy is subversive. Yes.
Those assholes don't want you to be happy.
Right.
Be happy anyway.
Yes.
Because that'll piss them off.
Exactly. On that note, thank you all for coming out. It's always a pleasure to put this together and talk to you. And we will talk to you next week.
Bye.